It's Friday, September 12th, and we have Week 2 NFL preview coming your way. Also, going to talk a little college football. Going to try to talk a little college football. We're not experts. We're going to hit on a few points, maybe one, maybe two, and then we're going to end with our segments. We're going to recap our Urlachers from last week. We're going to go over our Urlachers for this week, and then we have some other stuff coming, maybe a little parlay action, maybe a little bear head. Let's get to it. Alex, tell me all you know. Oh, sorry. First, happy Friday fun day, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Alex, tell me what you know about the college football landscape. Everything. 20-minute monologue, go.
Okay, well, college football first started in 18. No. Basically, the season really hasn't even started yet. I mean, they're
We
just
don't know
playing a
shit.
bunch of dog shit teams for the most part. Most of these teams, I think Penn State hasn't even really. I thought someone commented like, "Can they start their season already?" Like they haven't played anybody.
Yeah, not a single person.
Yeah, there's not even many good games this weekend. But last weekend there were at least a couple of upsets, kind of, sort of. Start off with the bigger one, I guess. Florida lost to USF.
USF might be the best team in the nation.
They're playing Miami this week, so they could be the best team in Florida at least by the end of the weekend.
Yeah, true. Yeah, Florida watch.
Yeah.
I mean, they beat Boise State, who was ranked week one, obviously not ranked anymore, and then they beat Florida, who's still I think ranked. So I mean, that's two ranked games in a row, and then you have Miami, who's a top 15 team. It's
Top
like
five.
if you win, top five. So if you win three of these games, and they're huge underdogs, but if you win three of those in a row, they should be ranked top. I mean, they should be ranked pretty high. They should be honestly where Miami is if they win this game. They should be top 10, top five, honestly, around there. Like that's three huge wins.
For sure.
Obviously, there's still USF, but that's I don't know. And Florida, I don't know. Was that another spitting game? Wasn't Florida spitting too?
Oh,
Didn't they get caught spitting? I think a couple of their players got caught spitting to start the game, which is the day after Jordan or Jalen Carter gets ejected for that. You think you'd mention that to your players, like, hey, you saw the Friday night game, just don't spit on your guys, and then you do it.
Yeah.
We don't check that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if they
crazy.
have it, that's just pure dumbassery by the team. I don't know, like, I don't know if you thought maybe it didn't matter because you were playing USF and whatever, but yeah, I don't want to say an embarrassing loss, but kind of embarrassing for Florida. I mean, DJ Lagway's supposed to be one of these top quarterbacks too, and you can't beat USF, bro. Like with the guys that you have on your team, like that's pretty bad.
Yeah. Some guy was Brendan Beth spit on a USF player, so good for him. Yeah, again, like I said, we're not going to hit on everything. That's a good game I'm looking forward to. I know Notre Dame has a game. I don't know if it's must-win territory for Notre Dame. Probably, yeah. I mean, if you lose this game, even if you go undefeated the rest of the way, you might still make the playoff, but like you have no credibility moving forward if you lose this game.
No, because I think that, like the rest of the schedule is pretty like a cakewalk. So
Yeah, it's cake. Besides maybe USC, right? They play.
yeah,
But, like it's not USC's dominant this year.
yeah. I think they might be ranked soon. People are complaining that they're not ranked actually yet. But yeah, no, I mean like they don't play anybody. So if you lose this game, it's like you're gonna have nothing to just look for when you're trying to schedule like put them in the playoff. Like what can you say that they beat up a bunch of bad teams? At that point, you could put in some other non-Power 5 schools that are probably undefeated or close to it. You know.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
they're always gonna get the Notre Dame bump too. So it's hard to say. Because they're still ranked high, so it depends how far they fall. Because I'm assuming if they lose by little, they'll still be ranked, and then each team's going to start losing little by little, and they're just going to like barely crawl their way back up like they always do. That happens all the time for Notre Dame. And then
Yeah, it's like Notre Dame won and this team lost. You can't rank Notre Dame under them, and so it's like okay, they move up one more. Yeah, exactly.
yeah, the only team that could win and still go down is Clemson last week.
Yeah, that's tough. Especially the one. You see, that one girl voted Florida lost bad again to USF, and then she voted them to going up 2 spots.
I did.
I was like, what are we doing, dude? What are they? I don't. Again, I'm not gonna complain that much about the voters. It's crazy though. They're gonna
Yeah.
put some sort of legislation on it. Like,
Yeah,
it's
and
so
look-
bad.
And honestly, at the end of the day, like the AP rule does not matter at all anymore.
No.
Literally
No.
zero. The council or whatever it is completely separate from them. So yeah, I don't know. This is just for like fun, really, to say who's ranked number one. I mean, it's probably a good estimate for sure, but it's nothing that's super serious. But yeah, I don't know how you be like, I don't know how that happens. Like, are you just not paying attention? How do you even have an AP vote?
Yeah, I don't get it. Yeah, again, and it's like they'll have their teams with them, so it's like the teams always get a bump. Like this girl's with Notre Dame, or this guy's with Georgia. And I'm like, oh, they ranked Georgia number one. That's interesting. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's always funny. The AP poll just like I said, it's useless. And then the last game I had, like I said, we don't need to mention too much, is Georgia at Tennessee. That's another game I'm excited about. I assume Georgia's going to walk them. I don't know. It's at Tennessee, so I guess that. But yeah, I don't know. Any players you know from Georgia? Dogs? Anyone?
Any dogs in Georgia? I mean, they're all dogs, right? But
True. I mean,
um, no, actually, not really off the top of my head. I don't think they really have anybody, and I'm probably missing somebody. I'm sure that's
for
like
sure.
some big guy, but I really don't think that they have anybody that's at least offensively that's of note. I'm sure they have some defensive guys that are sick, but I don't pay attention as much to SEC and stuff. So I'm sure they'll have a couple guys drafted in the first and second round, but Tennessee will probably do the same. So
Yeah. You're a Big Ten nut. I know you're a Big Ten only guy.
I'm more of like just like like I said, I watch for players more, and it's usually during the season it's offense because it's easy to track, and then off season go back and look defense.
Well, we'll recap this in 5 months to see who you got defense from Georgia.
Yeah, appreciate
I
it.
got a couple guys.
Yeah, come back now.
Yeah, hold that thought, guys. If you're listening, see you in 5 months. We'll talk about Georgia. All right. Again, like I said, college. The season hasn't really started yet. I mean, I think Michigan played last week, right? Michigan lost to Oklahoma, but
They
I don't
did,
care.
yeah. John Mateer probably in the definitely top three for Heisman right now, but it's week 2, so we'll see.
Bryce Underwood was number one and then fell off a cliff. Not number one, but he was ranked well. He's like, oh, he's a freshman. And then yeah, tough getting $12 million NIL and then getting roasted for it the next week. That's always tough to have that over your head. But again, you have $12 million, so it's not too bad.
No, I'll be chilling if that happens.
Yeah, yeah, and it's going to only get more probably. All right. So like I said, we have most exciting game, Oregon Northwestern. You put that one last note.
Oh yeah, Northwestern definitely on sleeper, and by sleeper I mean I think their team's asleep. Like they have probably one of the worst teams in college.
Yeah, for a Big Ten like a power. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what
tough.
I meant. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, well we move to NFL Week 2 preview. Again, trying to keep it light. This episode a little bit shorter than the recap episodes. Hitting on 1-2 points. Obviously, we talked Bears Lions. Bears at Lions coming up on Sunday. We can talk about that one a little bit longer. We don't have too much for it in terms of like. Again, the Week 2 is interesting. I feel like this is where you learn a little bit more about the teams because even when I was picking games, I was thinking like, oh well, this you don't know this yet. You don't know this yet, which ends up being everything. Week 1 you think you know things, you learn you don't, and then Week 2 you think you know even more, and you still don't. Like last year when the Raiders won 2 in a row and end up being just dog shit. So
Yeah.
yeah, Bears at Lions, like you're excited a little bit because the Lions played terrible last week, but then at the same time it's a little nervous. You're like, well, this is a get right game. You're at home against the Bears who didn't look great, and you're like, oh, they still have a chance. I feel like we have a chance against the Lions, but at the same time, we're also gonna get smoked. Like they're gonna throw the wall at us.
It's gonna be no. You said the first thing's gonna happen. It's gonna be, oh, this game's pretty close, and then the Bears are gonna lose. It just happens every single time. There's nothing really you can do about it. At least the past few years, I should say. Historically, the Bears have dominated the Lions, even when they were good. But yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, like you said, I think things to look for. Obviously, how deep is this offense on both sides going to go in their bags? Because I'm sure both teams are motivated, especially the offensive players for Detroit. I'm interested to see what Ben Johnson looks like against guys he knows really well. I was trying to pull stats on like new coaches that are playing their former teams, and there's nothing on it. So I just find it interesting. Like you'd think that you would have the advantage there because you see these guys constantly and know their weaknesses, right? And like I'm sure the players aren't thinking about your weaknesses as much. But like you
it goes
have
both
to
back
know
and forth.
as a coach, yeah.
Like I feel like you do have the advantage in that terms, but usually good coaches leave good teams and go to bad teams. Then at the same time, it's like the stats probably don't. I don't know. I don't know what the stats look like in terms of like should dominate, but also if you go from like the Bears weren't horrible last year, but going to a 4-win team like the Patriots and then expecting to beat. I mean, Vrabel was on a team, but let's say the Titans. I guess Titans are dog shit. I don't know. Bad example, but either way, like you go from a good team to a bad team, it's hard to win that game. So I don't know. The only stats I keep seeing are Caleb being dog shit, which is upsetting every now and again. Did you see the comparison to Mitch today?
I did. I wasn't gonna
Yeah,
bring it up.
that one hurt. You had to bring it up.
But yeah, no.
That's a tough one.
No, it is tough. But to be fair, they didn't have interceptions. They didn't have rushing. They didn't have really anything on that.
No, yeah.
It's
They picked the stats perfect.
Yeah, of course. And it was like equal. So it wasn't like Hill was losing or anything. But yeah, it's concerning. You don't love to see it when you wake up and see that graphic. That's for
you're
sure.
like, oh, who's he getting compared to? Oh, Mitch. No. Yeah. And it's all the stats that like are not outdated, but like the main ones people care about, like you said, touchdowns, yards per complete, like yards, accuracy, completion percentage, quarterback rating. So it's like the stuff that like doesn't really tell everything, but it's just enough to make you like fuck. It's like batting average and like stuff like that, like RBIs. You're like, oh, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But it does a little bit to people still.
Yeah. No, 100%. But yeah, I mean, Caleb could start there with the Bears. He really needs to bounce back, man. I just accuracy in general. I mean, that's really all he needs. Like, I don't think he made bad reads. I think part of his problem last week was one, guys weren't open right away when he was getting off the break, but he still got darted in there. You can't be so hesitant to throw the ball because windows aren't that big, and you have to anticipate the windows. You can't wait for it to open before you throw. I think that's part of the problem from last week, and two, obviously, he just was missing wide open throws. So.
Yeah.
And it's like it's easy to be like, if he just does that, he'll be great. And it's like, yeah, why can't he just do that then, So
yeah, why can't you just figure out his footwork? And it's like I feel like that's where it is. It's just the footwork is still not there. Where it's like if his footwork was in sync with everything, with the routes or with the timing, he'd be perfect. It's not perfect again, but he'd be really good. Like that's where the stuff where like he sees stuff just a little bit late and his feet are a little off, so he overthrows it or underthrows it or whatever it might be, or like doesn't see the guy right away because his feet are not in the right direction. So it's like that's just he needs to get his footwork. And again, like you said, like this was an issue last year. Are we going to see it fixed after week one? I gotta imagine no. So like, is it something that can be fixed? Is the next question. Like, is it actually because his footwork and it can be fixed? Because Josh Allen was pretty shitty his first 2 years. Everyone says it. Again, I always remember Josh Allen being good, so I don't know. But like, I hear people talk about it. He was pretty bad his first 2 years, right? Accuracy wise stuff. So
yeah, he was horrible.
Maybe you find that switch.
Quarterback in the league, like no joke.
Really? I feel like I just don't remember him ever being that bad. But maybe
he turned it on. He started turning it on with like probably the last 6 games of his second year. That's when he started coming good.
Again, that's your hope is that you're Josh Allen. Again, maybe, but how many Josh Allens are there versus Mitch Trubisky's where they never find it? So yeah, I don't know. You need to see some growth right away in terms of plays need to be open, plays need to be hit, overthrows need to be eliminated. Hit one fucking deep ball for the love of God. Let me see. We haven't seen one deep ball in the pocket. I think his entire career. I'm not joking. I can't.
The one just right off the top of my head was a DJ Moore one last year. That was in the
that was nice
middle of the field. That was at least 40 yards.
Yeah, I guess, but I just feel like it's not consistent.
Right? No,
just
because I can name one, that doesn't mean that I'm.
It's actually worse that you can name one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually worse that you can name one. That means you remember it. Yeah, I don't know. Again, we'll see. Again, the bag that Ben Johnson's going to bring out. I don't know if he can though. Like the team wasn't good enough last week to be like, let's do some fucking crazy trick plays. Like you look like a Scrooge if you're doing trick plays, and if they don't work, and it's like, hey, dude, we can't get a 10-yard completion, but we're trying like fake fumbles and shit. I don't know. I doubt they're gonna do that, but like, you have to be pretty simple here, which is, I mean, you can say the same thing for the Lions, but at least were good last year, and maybe it was just a hiccup against a really good Packers team.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to say because, like we talked about the Lions last week, we're like, when you have or a couple days ago, when you have inkling to stuff and it happens, that's not a good sign. But
True.
People had inklings about the Bears and Caleb doing it, and then it happened. So it's also not a good sign. I can't have it both ways. So, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with the offenses. I think for the Lions side, for their offense, obviously, I think they're going to feature heavy run game.
Yes.
Minnesota dominated the Bears in the fourth quarter, mostly because of their run game, whether that be J.J. McCarthy, whether that been Jordan Mason, and then even what's the name out of the backfield coming out. So
Aaron Jones, solid.
Yeah. So in theory, you're upgrading all of those guys in this game, except for Jared Goff can't run.
No, Jared, no, no, you don't want Jared Goff on the run, but you could probably do Jameson Williams with some crazy stuff, you know. So like he's basically a running back, or not running back, but he's basically another runner out of there that you can use and feature. So yeah, you're facing three dynamic players in that sense, and then you still have Amon Ra, who's a top 15, top 10 receiver.
Yeah, and Laporta, you gotta worry about.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously their team's good. They didn't look good last week. Their offensive line was an issue, especially in the interior and then guarding Mike Parsons. So the Bears don't have as good of a defensive line. They have much better secondary than the Packers, that's for sure. So, yeah, I really think that they're going to pound the rock a lot, especially with Montgomery. And it's going to be a sad day. I guess not really a homecoming, but, so I'm sure.
He always feels it, though.
Yeah, you get motivated against your former team, I'm sure.
100%. And yeah, I don't know. And they have injuries to like Grady Jarrett. I don't think practiced today. I don't know if he's just resting, whatever. I think Kyler Gordon's still hurt. I think Jalen Johnson was full, which is good for the secondary, and good for going against Amon-Ra. But like, yeah, if you're missing Grady Jarrett on an already pretty bad defensive line, that's not good. Because Grady Jarrett was pretty impactful for not doing much last week. He was impactful in terms of like he stopped the run pretty well. He got pressure, but yeah, don't want to miss that guy after week 1.
Yeah, for sure. I guess the only thing for the Bears is at least they have Andrew Billings as like
he's
guy,
so big, dude.
Like as the guy that's coming in for that. So at least you can be like somewhat confident that he can be a run defender in that situation. But yeah, I anticipate this to be honestly a higher scoring game than maybe anticipated.
Hopefully.
Yeah, and I think. I don't even know like what the Bears are going to do on offense, but like I feel like they have to throw the ball. I don't think they can run it after last week. And the Lions' defensive line is worse than the Vikings, but it's still nothing to snuff at.
No, and Ben Johnson said he wants to run more, which like yeah, I do too, man. I want to throw for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, but like you have what you have, and DeAndre Swift looked good actually last week. But the offensive line did not look like they knew how to block, especially like talked about it last episode. Jonah Jackson was lost. So yeah, I mean, I imagine more throws, or I don't know, because if they do try to run in more, you're just gonna go 3 and out on 3 quick plays for 7 yards.
Yeah, we'll see. I think Drew Dalman really needs to step up. I mean, his claim to fame was being a really good I almost said run defender, a run blocker.
He was a run defender last week.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, I mean, he's got to step it up. You got to go through Tooney. Their interior D line is definitely not as good as their. I mean, Aiden Hutchinson is obviously a great player, so I'm assuming you want to avoid him as much as possible. But Donovan did really good last week.
He was awesome.
Yeah,
no
against
pressures.
their pass rush. So Aiden Hutchinson is better than their guys, but those guys are all really, really good too. So I'm hopeful, but I'm not confident. Let's say that.
No, I'm picking the Bears still. Obviously, you're gonna be a homer. I'm just gonna pick them every week. Disclaimer. Except when they play the Eagles, probably won't. But yeah, I don't know. It's again, it could be a game where hey, if they do well and the Lions aren't as good as people think they're gonna bounce back from, which I know we talked about, it's gonna be harmful losing their coaches, which it already has. They have a chance. So that's what I'm hoping is the Bears just somehow come out and look like a confident team. Like, give me the first drive 4 times at least.
Yeah, and just limit dumb penalties. Just like try. And it's so easy to say, and then obviously it's much harder to do. I know it's hard for me to say from the sideline, but I played football. I don't get how people. You've been in the league for years and years and years. Well, why do you get these pre-snap penalties? Like, how hard is it to know a snap count? And like, you've been doing this for training camp for months. Like, I just don't get that. Like, high school guys can get it right. I know it's way more complex and stuff, but still.
But you have way more time to practice it. You're way more of a professional. Jonah Jackson, you've been doing it for 5 whatever plus years, like a long time. So like, you're experienced in the league. It's not like it's it's on 2. Just fucking stay there, dude. If you get beat, you get beat. But like, don't false start.
Yeah, 100%. I guess other stuff in the game. I just want to see some more stuff getting thrown to Odunze. I think I saw he had like the highest separation from a slot receiver last week, but he barely got the ball for some reason. or at least like maybe not high separation, but highest win like where you like was well separated. I think something stupid like that. So get him the ball more.
Classic stats.
Yeah, well, it's like a real stat that people track. You know what I mean? But
I
like,
know. Separation's always funny. Where I saw Keon Coleman had like terrible separation again, but like there's a bunch of videos of him just wide open. It's like, well, that's not separation technically. It's like, well, okay.
yeah.
Okay,
Well,
what's the definition then?
yeah, I always hated that. I was like, this guy didn't give up a catch. It's like, what? Because he was playing zone. Like, the guy was in his zone. You're not gonna count
Yeah.
that. They do that shit all the time. It's so stupid. That's why you have to take a lot of stats with a grain of salt. But yeah, I want to see him get more involved. I want to see the tight ends get more involved. You got two good
Yes.
ones, man. Like,
Yes.
get them the ball. You obviously you saw what happened. Cole Kmet was open multiple times last week. Loveland, you're hyping him up all off season. Dude catching everything in practice, and he gets one target. Like, what are we doing?
That's crazy.
Like,
Yeah. They caught all the balls that were thrown at them when they were catchable. Like, I mean, Cole Kmet had an awesome catch, and then yeah, Loveland had that catch where it wasn't great, but he still caught it. Like, yeah, hit these guys. This is like your safety blanket. You need to get this going, especially in a Ben Johnson offense where Sam Laporta was so big when he came over
yeah, just
or was drafted.
yeah, take the gloves off if you're trying to do something with Loveland. Like you see what these rookie tight ends can do, and they immediately. It's not like the old days where even 5 years ago where you'd be like, tight ends take 3 years to develop. Like you're not gonna see them be good, and like you see these guys come on longer, like later in their career. That's not happening anymore. Like Brock Bowers dominant. Trey McBride was really good his rookie year.
Yes.
Sam Laporta really good his rookie. I mean, he was number one tight end in fantasy if you count that.
Yeah.
Like Sam Laporta, even this year. I mean, you saw what what's his name
Tyler
did?
Warren did.
Yeah, Tyler Warren did, and then even Harold Fannin for the Cleveland, who had a bunch of catches. So like unleash the
Number one
beast.
fantasy tight end right now, right? I think Harold Fannin is
No,
PPR,
I don't-
full PPR.
oh,
I think it was full
maybe.
PPR.
Maybe.
I think he just had a bunch of catches.
Yeah, so like unleash some of these guys that you went out to acquire, and even Luther Burton, like get him more involved. Dude had
Yes.
2 touches, like we said the other day. Like he had really 1 touch because he got hit immediately when he caught the ball in the backfield last time, and he almost housed it. Like get the dude the ball, just like get somebody the. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's easy to
get
say.
to your playmakers.
Yeah.
Get to your playmakers in space, which is what he was known for. Again, what I want to see is Caleb stop overthrowing the ball. Again, easier said than done. I get it. There's a lot to the game, and sometimes overthrows aren't the worst thing in the world. But like, it's just like, please. I saw a stat where he has the most overthrown balls since last year by a crazy margin. The stat was good because like it showed the quarterbacks on there. It was like Mahomes, Herbert, like all these good quarterbacks. Like this and that, but like, but then Caleb's obviously on top by like I think Bo Nix was number 2. I think Caleb has like 20 more overthrows than him.
Holy cow!
Yeah, there's some stat they pulled up. I was, what's his name? Chris Collinsworth. Colin Coward pulled up, and I was like, oh my god, it was like 57, and the next highest was like 36
Yeah,
or something crazy.
yeah. I
I
don't
was
know.
like, that's not good.
Yeah, I don't
we
even
can pull it
think he's scary to throw interception because you've seen him last year throw balls in like extremely tight windows where it's like that probably could have been intercepted, So I don't know
Yeah.
why like just try underthrowing it maybe like like a couple yards and see what happens. Like before, like obviously it's completely different, but like I had like a problem where I would always throw right a little bit, so I would just aim like 2 feet to the left, and it would be perfect every time. So maybe just try underthrowing and then see what happens.
I mean, again, he hasn't thrown a pick in how many games, or he has 1 pick in his last 20 or 15 games. Like he hasn't played 20 games. But like he has 1 interception. Like just start throwing some picks, dude. I'd rather see show me something. Show me close ball. Like overthrows that are just a nobody is not what I want to see. And here's the stat exactly. It says over the last year, in 1 week, Caleb Williams leads the NFL quarterbacks with 52 incompletions due to an overthrow per True Media. 17 more than the next highest, which is Bo Nix at 35, and Caleb Williams 52. Like the list is like Patrick Mahomes, Sam Darnold, Justin Herbert, Matt Stafford, Aaron Rodgers, like these names. Lamar, but like they just throw a lot. It's like
Yeah,
but they all have 30 less than him. So
and they all
I don't
hit
know,
some.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. Yeah, I'll trust Aaron Rodgers deep ball or Mahomes deep ball over Caleb right now.
Even though Mahomes, I don't know if you've seen the stats lately, his deep ball like the past few years has been absolutely dog shit.
Really?
Yeah.
That's tough.
Like ever since Tyreek Hill left, like he has no deep throws. Like or like his percentage is he misses a lot. I don't know. It's Mahomes might be a I don't want to say it, but he might be a Tyreek Hill merchant.
To bring him back, dude. You know that now. You need him back.
Yeah. Tua looked great a couple of years ago. You know who doesn't look great anymore? Tyreek Hill. You know who doesn't look good anymore? Tua.
Tyreek Hill actually just the quarterback whisperer, the best receiver.
Maybe. I mean, I'm sure he puts a lot of fear into the defense. It lets you do a lot of things.
Oh yeah. He said you could overthrow him and he'll fucking run down the ball. Like you don't need to throw it at him either. Like you see a lot of time where like they throw it and you just go like random route out of nowhere and catch the ball, and no one's around him now because the defense doesn't know what the hell to do when that gets off a route. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
Or he cuts into the field and like catches it. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for the game. Back to the Bears Lions. I'm excited for Bears Lions, but we'll see. I don't know where to go from here. Well, again, it's a we'll see bowl. We're just gonna find out. Hopefully, the Lions do suck and the Bears aren't the worst team in the division. But I'm not confident.
Yeah. No, for sure. It's so annoying too because like if the Bears just won the game, it's like you wouldn't feel feel really good. It wouldn't even matter if they like won barely, even if everything happened the same and they just won like at the end, like you'd feel so much better because they did play well. Like at least the defense played really well for 3 quarters, you know. So,
Yes.
I hope they continue to play well. Obviously, the Vikings defense is probably one of the top defenses they're going to play all season.
Yeah.
But it's still week 1. They have shit to get fixed too, so it's not like they're playing at full throttle yet.
No.
So yeah, just get some shit fixed. Look good, even if they lose. I just want to see some more competent like football plays.
I want to see, like I said, less penalties before snap, more plays that are open, that are hit. You know, again, they don't need to be game-breaking plays, but like just see the things that you taught and told us during your training camp work. And just not be sloppy. If you lose, like you say, if you lose 34-27, it's fine. I'm cool with it. Like, you know, you tried, like you scored a lot of points, you did a good job. Defense might have got shit on, but whatever. Like, figure it out. Something. I don't care.
Yeah. Figure it out.
Figure it out. God damn it. All right. So we can move on to the game that's happening in a few hours. A great game. So if you already listened to us, obviously you know the score, whatever happened. We have Commanders at Packers. My one note was Packers. Are they using the whiteout a little too early?
Ooh, I didn't even know they were doing that.
Yeah, they're doing a whiteout. They're doing all white jerseys for Thursday night. It's like winter is here, but it's September 11th right now. Never forget. And so like, not sure if it's time to white it out. I think in Lambeau you want to wait till like maybe mid-November, maybe December.
Yeah, like I don't know. That just seems weird. Like you have those jerseys for snow, I would assume. Like,
you'd think.
But I don't know. Whatever.
They literally put a graphic like winter is here, and it's like it's September and it's 75 out. What do you mean?
Yeah, I don't know if they're doing it. Maybe if they're doing it multiple times in a year, I could see it. Whatever.
That ruins the jersey.
Out. Yeah, I was about to say that. So, whatever. Yeah, I agree. That's way too early. I don't need. It's not. It just came off summer. We're still in summer. I mean, yeah, we're still in summer.
Yeah, for another week. Yeah, It's literally summer. So I don't know what they're doing with this.
So,
speaking of jersey, we didn't talk about last week. I know a lot of people did. Caleb undershirt. Real quick, your thoughts. Not thoughts, but pro guidance.
You know what's funny? At first, I was like, "This is disgusting. Like, what are you wearing?" I'm like, "This is what I would wear at like high school. Like, I just wear dumb undershirt."
Yeah, like training camp. Yeah.
But then one time, someone grabbed him and their hand just like slipped off it. I'm like, "Is he wearing? Is it the shirt slippery?" I'm like,
slippery shirt.
He was slipping out of a lot of tackles last week, so I'm just gonna say it might be the shirt.
I hope it gets baggier and baggier by the week. Yeah. Like by week like 10, it's just a dress.
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
It's like the patch we have just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what's going on.
You. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like a ninja.
Gonna catch me.
The greased up deaf guy.
Yeah.
Anything else, Commander? I mean, Packers again. This is the week where it's like, are they for real? The Commanders didn't look good last week. I think the Packers are going to win this game, especially at Lambeau. And like Jaden Daniels, the line doesn't look good. Jaden Daniels didn't look great. Like he's still really good, but I imagine with some pressure and how bad the offensive line is and how little weapons he has other than Terry McLaurin and I guess Debo and maybe Bill, like they got really nothing.
Yeah. The Commanders.
Like you have a bunch of guys that are just okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Commanders' defense looked good last week, where they're playing the Giants, who have the shitty offensive line. Who I didn't even realize that Andrew Thomas wasn't playing last week, so even shittier offensive line. So yeah, I mean, I'll looking to see how they actually look against a competent unit instead of the Giants. If their linebackers and D line is actually good, or if they're just kind of whatever. And then yeah, I think the last time that maybe I'm mistaken, but I think the last time the Packers played Dan Quinn was when they destroyed the Cowboys in the playoffs. So,
Tough.
yeah, Dan Quinn maybe revenge game, but at the same time, it's really thinking like Packers have shown that they can beat his kind of defense before pretty easily, especially when
Yeah, they crushed him.
yeah, that Dallas unit was way better than what he has in
Yes.
Washington right now. So, yeah, I still like the Packers in this one. Commanders, I'm sure we'll put up some fight, but especially being in Green Bay, Packers looked so good against the Lions last week. I cannot pick. Just to be a hater, I can't pick the Commanders. You know.
No. Nope, you cannot. Yeah, so I agree with everything you said there. Next game, have Rams at Titans. My only note was I feel bad for Cam Ward having to face two defenses this good in a row. Again, Rams aren't extraordinary, but like solid, especially the pass rush. And Broncos obviously one the best defense in the league. Tough for Cam Ward.
That's literally all I had written down. Was what a tough start for Cam Ward. Yeah, I mean I can't really see the Titans winning this one. But at the same time, like you said, they played at least okay against the Broncos last week. So you'd assume this is a similar caliber of team. I don't think they're going to win, but they could put up at least some sort of fight. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see maybe their receivers catch the ball a little bit more.
Yeah, don't have 700 drops.
Yeah, Calvin Ridley, I hyped you up, and then you fucked me a little bit last week, or you disappointed me at least. And yeah, I guess just for the Ram side of the ball, do what you do.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to really. Not that you don't have to game plan, but like I think you're just the better team from special teams through offense to defense. So
And I think losing Cup and getting Devontae Adams is such an upgrade. Obviously, Cup's not as good as he was, but like even Cup when he is good, like it's just such a different dynamic where it's like you have Puka who can do almost everything, but pretty good slot or good like kind of scat or not scat, but you know what I'm saying, like smaller guy. And Devontae now is just a big dude. I think he can go off his game. Obviously, I have him in fantasy, so I hope he does. But like, I used to show my bench right now. But yeah, I don't. I mean, I think he could just dominate this game. And one of them is. I mean, I think the Titans have a good corner. I forget his name, don't they? JC
yeah,
Horn.
no, J.C. Horn's on the Panthers. Oh my God, I just had it in my head. I was gonna say Chardavius Ward, but he's on the Colts. God damn it, there's a guy from Sneed.
Oh yeah, yes. I almost said Les Snead. That's not it. Oh no, yeah.
GM out there.
Just like, what the fuck is going on? These giant athletes just running past me. Yeah. So you have I can't think of his first name now. Snead. So again, he can maybe shut one down, but if you shut down Puka, which you're not going to, then you have Devontae Adams, and if you shut down Devontae Adams, you're still gonna deal with Puka. So I think it's just too much for the Titans. Again, they're a team that's rebuilding. I want to see Cam Ward do well. I think he will do. I mean, he looked fine. If they have a couple catches, like they're gonna look a lot better. He wasn't great, but he'll figure it out. And if he is still confident, that's awesome.
Yeah, I think the one part that you can get the Rams defense is probably up the middle, linebackers. Interior D-line's good, but not great. So probably looking for Tony Pollard to do something. I don't think he did really much last week. Could be wrong. I don't remember him doing much, so don't quote me on that. But yeah, I want him to
played him fancy. I don't think he did well.
Yeah, I want him to step up. But at the end of the day, Rams are just these are two teams that have way different goals for this year. So I was just being honest.
That's the way to describe it. I've never heard like just different goals. Yeah, he had 18 carries, 60 yards, and a catch for 30. So and he fumbled. So not a great game. Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, they different goals, different. You just want to see growth out of the Titans and the Rams. Obviously, are Super Bowl not contenders, but they're up there. I mean, they're in their window. So okay, off to again, like every game I want to like say it's a game you find out. So Jaguars at Bengals. I think for our pick'em, spoiler, I picked the Jaguars. I think Jaguars are underdogs in this game. It's a tough one because again, Jaguars looked really good last week. They get rid of Tank Bigsby, so you're like, oh, they must know something. They have everything figured out. They're really good. And then the Bengals look so bad last week. It's like am I just betting that the Bengals are going to be bad again? I can't because I think Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase are just too good. But they are really bad everywhere else. Like you have four players to talk about: Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, and Trey Hendrickson, and then Shamar Stewart if you want to say you're rookie. But
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird because it's like you want to say that the Bengals defense was better. Look,
yeah,
I don't even want to say, no, I'm not even saying this. Like they were better because Cleveland couldn't like just get what they needed to. Like if Cleveland was competent, they should have been winning that game. So I think their defense
multiple scores. Probably.
yeah, the defense looks better because of the incompetence of the other team. So the Jaguars, they looked decent on offense last week. So I would expect them to put up I don't want to say a good amount more points than the Browns did, but probably around like 10 more points or so than the Browns did. They have a way better offensive unit from top to bottom. And then, but on the flip side, you could say the Bengals offense didn't look as good or explosive as it should be. So this is definitely a really interesting game. I'm also obviously the Bengals hater, so I think I'm going to go Jags. I haven't put in my picks yet, actually. But
shame. No,
yeah,
it's fine.
I think
remember your picks now.
Yeah,
you're going to go against them completely.
Yeah,
dominated last week, 14 and 16.
See, your boy knows ball. No, I feel like week one's just like a vibe check, and then like week two, like you said, is where you start learning about what these teams actually are. So, yeah, I mean, looking for the Jags to start to run the ball a lot. Like you said, ETN. I want to see Brian Thomas get more involved in the offense.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, the receiving.
And then the Bengals, prove you're a good team. Prove that you're a team that people actually think is good. I don't get it, so please give me some hope for you.
Yeah, I can't keep hearing, hey, well, they went to the playoffs a couple times. They just lost to Mahomes. Like, yeah, they did. But, like, that was
3 years ago.
What? Yeah, 3, 4 years. So it's like, dude, you can't keep saying this. You can't be the worst team, not the worst team, but a terrible team last year. Defensively, especially. Offense obviously carried you enough. But, yeah, I can't keep hearing it. Show me something. This is a team you can beat. It's a decent-looking team. This will show me that, hey, it's just a fluke last week. Or not fluke, but, like, it was just a little hiccup that you looked bad. You still won. But going 2-0 will solve everything. So, yeah. And then, like I said, for the Jaguars, I want to see the receivers get more. I mean, Brian Thomas did nothing. Travis Hunter did very little. I did see Shane Waldron's the passing game coordinator for the Jaguars. Take that for how you will. But yeah, I'd still think Jaguars have this game.
Yeah, I do too, which is interesting.
Crazy.
They're almost 4-point dogs. But I don't know. I mean, obviously, I think people just think the Bengals are way better than they are. So I think they just get that boost from that.
They're home too. It's like, oh, it matters, which it doesn't. Okay. Browns at Ravens. I mean, we don't need to talk much about this game. The Ravens, right? I think Ravens are a monster favorite.
Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, I think
some crazy stats.
No. I think Jerry Jeudy said that the Ravens secondary poses no problem, and I was like, do your hands pose a problem though?
Yeah. You literally gave an interception away for your boy Joey.
Yeah.
Tough.
Yeah, he said that. I think Grant Delpit said it's not hard to tackle Derrick Henry, so I don't know why you say this shit, dude. Just like, what are you doing?
Especially when you're the worst team. If you're a better team, maybe you can say some shit, but what are you doing, dude? You're the fucking Browns. Like, know who you are.
Yeah. And I don't know the stats, but I'm pretty sure like Lamar, when he's a 10-point favorite, is just way better than every 10-point favorite like ever for some reason. Yeah,
just lives up to it. Yeah, plays to it.
Yeah. And then I had a stat. It was like Derrick Henry averaged going on to Grant Delpit. Like Henry averaged 6.8 yards a carry against the Browns last year. Not hard to tackle though.
Yeah, you got tackled after 6.8 yards though. It's good. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. I mean, yeah, it's like why would you put more Baltimore on this team where, like, you need to? Like, the Ravens just got their dicks kicked in. Maybe you could be like, hey, they're make them feel good and then try to beat them. Don't like they're suck their ass. Like they already think that. They've already been probably. I mean, they just blew a double-digit lead to the Bills. A game they should have won. They, one fumble away. You're gonna get fucked up now. Like I gotta imagine they're covering that 11.5-point spread. Like they're. I think they're gonna whoop them.
On the flip side, though, and I know this isn't gonna happen, but if you talk shit and say all these guys are bad, then you beat them. How bad do you feel if you're the
Yeah.
Ravens? like,
Yeah.
like we gotta blow this
Mhm.
shit up. Our team sucks.
Yeah, Derrick Henry averages like 2.5. He's like, fuck, dude. I don't know how they figured out how to tackle me all of a sudden.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the defense for the Ravens, it was suspect last week. I mean, it was terrible. Again, I'll keep saying it over and over again. I had him in fantasy. Don't want to keep saying that because no one gives a shit, but I did. And they got -7 points, which is tremendously awful. Like,
it's not
I think
good.
that's one of the worst performances I've ever seen out of a team. Definitely on my team.
A team that
Uh,
was started, yeah, for sure.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, started with I didn't not with confidence, but enough. I was like, let me look at three. But like, and their secondary looked terrible. Again, it was against Josh Allen, the best quarterback in the league. So I don't think Joe Flacco is that. They don't have the same quality players. Like James Cook's better than what's his name. Joe
Dylan
Flacco's obviously,
Sampson,
or not Joe, yeah, Joe
the
Flacco,
rookie,
yeah,
yeah.
Dylan Sampson or Quinshon Judkins. And it's like, and then Joe Flacco obviously not as good as Josh Allen, and then the receiving core for the like Khalil Shakir and Keon Coleman over. I mean, Jerry Judy's fine, but like around them, like same shit. Like doesn't pose any single threat. So
I'm on the
Ravens
Cedric
by a
Tillman.
mile.
I'm on the Cedric Tillman train.
True, you are a
Man.
Cedric Tillman guy. True, you are a Cedric Tillman guy.
He's the alpha there, dude. Don't get it mistaken. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, Ravens should win big. So we can move on to a game. I don't obviously we just literally just talking about one of these teams. Bills at Jets. Bills are 6.5 point favorites on the road. I think this game can be more interesting than people think. Maybe I don't think that the Jets are going to win. That's for sure. But I think it could be closer to this actual points, like under a score.
I agree. I agree because I was looking at for Urlacher, and there's a lot of games where it's like you want to pick the favorites obviously, but they're like not like this is a game where it's like I don't think the Bills lose. There's no way the Bills lose, but like could they? And it's just a
Yeah.
feeling where it's like Jets are at home, sure, Brees Hall looked awesome. The Bills defense didn't look great. Obviously in the first 3.5 quarters they looked terrible. So like there's things there, and Justin Fields is they didn't do good against Lamar running. I gotta imagine they're not gonna do good against Justin Fields running, and Justin Fields looked good throwing it as well, like decent throwing it. And Brees Hall looked awesome, like I said. So yeah, I mean, there's a threat here. I think the Jets could. I'm not gonna pick them. I pick the Bills 100 times out of 100, but like there's the 101th time I think about not picking them.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, I was just gonna say, I think the Jets can run, like you said, on the Bills a little bit. I think their tackles last week held up really well against good defensive ends of Pittsburgh.
They were awesome last week.
Yeah, they were really 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 good. The problem is interior, and I think you have Ed Oliver, who was a wrecking ball last week, and I think he's going to be a big factor in this game. And I saw that a rookie was going to go on the field for him, and he's like, he just
Yeah.
shook his head and then just made a play in the backfield the next play. I'm like, dude, this guy's awesome.
Yeah, he's like, fuck. I think I did that in baseball this year. I got a pinch runner, because I'm slow. And then I saw the guy running on the field, like, fuck no, I'm staying out here. I just started laughing, clown that guy. We didn't like him that much, but yeah.
Poor
That
guy.
was funny. Yeah, that's okay. I'm not gonna, no name names, so he knows now after hearing this.
I was just about to say.
He knows that exact moment, and if not, it's on YouTube. Yeah, so Ed Oliver, dog. That's hilarious. It's a good story. Other than that, Bills winning, in my opinion.
Yeah, like I said, I think both quarterbacks get a rushing touchdown in this game. It's just like they have to. I feel like they both average at least one every other game. So,
It's a good bet. Yeah, it's a good bet to have. Double rushing touchdowns for sure.
yeah,
Which I know you picked one already for our parlay, but
sneak
which one?
peek.
True. Okay, moving on to I almost said Pats and Patriots at the same time. Patriots at Dolphins. This game, terrible game, I think. I mean, not terrible, but this game actually intrigues me in terms of this is where you learn really a lot about one team or not. Like either the Dolphins are garbage, which I think they are, or the Patriots are very much not as good as we think they are.
I mean, I don't. Do we think the Patriots are good?
No, I don't. Well, I guess, I'm sorry. We as in society, I feel like thinks the Patriots are going to be way better. I think the Patriots are not. You said it last week or last episode that I think the Patriots are a tad overrated in terms of what people think there's going to be a sick turnaround from Mike Vrabel. Not like they're still a shitty team, which is fine. Like just accept it. I don't again. teams need to start accepting that, hey, just because you get a new coach and you have a good quarterback, yeah, it takes a little bit. Bears. But yeah, I mean, both these teams are pretty bad, and I don't know who's gonna be worse.
For sure. And it goes back to that stupid mantra of, not stupid because I agree with it, that in the NFL, no team's really as bad as you think they are, and no team's as good as you think they are typically, unless there's outliers, of course. But I don't think that the Dolphins are one of those outlier teams where like they're an 0-17 type of team. So
no.
you'd have to imagine this honestly is probably one of the easier games on their schedule because Patriots are so bad. It's a division game too, so that stuff's always kind of weird. Just shit happens in division games for no reason. Even if you change coaching staffs, I don't really get it. Just some NFL thing that always happens.
No.
But yeah, for the Dolphins, I think you just gotta get A-Chain involved a lot.
Yes.
Dude averaged like 8 yards to carry last week and had like no carries. On their one touchdown, he trucked a guy. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I didn't see that. It's awesome.
It was 4th and 11. He caught the ball. Was no, shouldn't have scored. And he trucked the guy and went in the end zone. It's like that's their best player right now. So feed him the rock. I know he's hurt a lot, but like that's really your only
use
hope
him when
right
you can,
now.
dude.
Yeah,
you have to use him because then you can work off play action with Tyreek Hill.
Yeah,
Like you're not gonna have Tua just step back and throw the ball 40 times, especially because Jalen Waddle gets hurt and stuff all the time. So like rely on the run game. If Achane gets hurt, it sucks, but you have nothing to lose at this point. Like if you lose this game, I'm not picking you the rest of the season. So this is a game. This is a must-win game, honestly, for the Dolphins, or you get to close to blowing it up territory.
yeah.
In terms of the Tyreek Hills and the defense we mentioned last week, the Bradley Chubbs maybe, but yeah, it's getting close.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I think McDaniel gotta be.
He's broken.
I was gonna say he's gotta be heavy favorite to be the first coach fired this year.
I mean, you see his press conference. I think it was today or yesterday. Dude, he was like just rambling. I don't know what he was saying.
I feel like he
It was
always
like-
rambles though. I'd have to see it.
This was like more like, yeah, I think like Tua is a quarterback that like that's like, what are we doing here, man? Like usually he's pretty good where he's like more funny rambling. This was like lost.
Yeah,
Like, he's
couldn't
broken,
find the
like I
right
said.
words that he wants to say. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. And then Rex Ryan's roasting him, calling him like nerd boy and shit.
McJesus. Or not McJesus, McGenius, not McJesus.
Yeah, McJesus, dude.
Yeah.
Connor.
Yeah.
So you can find it.
While you're doing that, I just want to say for the Patriots, I want to say CJ may do more. His stats looked okay last week. I don't think he looked phenomenal. You're facing the team that just let our boy Daniel Jones throw all over them and dominate them. So if you're saying that this is your guy and everyone in the media seems to think this guy is fucking amazing, you better do something against this team.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, this is again. Yeah. This is a game for Drake May where I mean, everyone's shitting on Caleb and everyone's like, oh, last year Drake May looked so good. He didn't, in my opinion, look that great. He was again. I'll say it again every time. He had okay stats, nothing special, nothing better than Caleb. So you're gonna think he's the next coming of whatever Jaden Daniels and him. I'd like to see it against this team because you have some weapons now. You have okay receivers enough. Like, figure it out, dude. So you need to throw for at least 250 here and 2 touchdowns, I would say, or I'm gonna be like, you're a joke.
Yeah, or at least like look good. You maybe don't have to put up the stats, but like if your team's in control or whatever. But yeah, at least look like you are starting to become the guy a little bit because I haven't seen it too much. But we can move on to the next game, which will be kind of a. Oh, unless you wanted to pull up the.
No, the Mac McDaniels, it's a long video, but I could try playing it. He's like, you just lost. Let's see.
Put a lot of work into some very
Let's see.
that was less than to be desired, which Tua absolutely knows. But that was he's the captain of the franchise quarterback, and everybody kind of fell victim to something similar. I also know that he's very, very much like most quarterbacks, to be honest.
What does that mean? He's like most quarterbacks.
He is like most quarterbacks in the fact
throws
that
the
he's
ball.
a quarterback. Yeah.
Yeah, he does have the traits. All right, yeah, that's Mike McDaniel's just being broken and seems like a sad guy who's definitely probably getting fired first. Okay, over to the next one. This game did just become interesting, I feel like. Originally, I would say, 49ers at Saints. 49ers are winning that game every day. 49ers, I feel bad for Kyle Shanahan a little bit. I don't because he's an idiot sometimes doing the wrong things, but Man, imagine if you just had a healthy team throughout his tenure here.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
that's tough.
yeah. I
That's
mean,
tough, dude.
it is bizarre how like it's their entire team just goes out all the time, constantly. It's just
Hmm.
not even just offense, defense too. Like you see guys get hurt all the time. So I don't know if their
Yes.
training staff is just so bad, but I feel like
The White
that
Sox
you
from
would have.
2022
Yeah,
coach there.
yeah, yeah. I feel like you would have fixed it by now, but clearly not. I mean, you're missing your entire passing offense except
Yeah.
for except for oh my god, his name's
Juwan Jennings.
no, he's probably out too.
He's hurt too, right? Yeah.
Ricky
Ricky
Pearsall.
Pierce.
It
Yeah.
might be the only guy. Like you're missing Kittle, you're missing Purdy, you're missing Juwan Jennings, you're missing Ayuk. Like McCaffrey's gonna eat for days. Dude's gonna be fat as fuck.
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, like we'll see. I mean, I don't.
He's gonna get the ball a ton, but who knows at some point? I mean, Saints aren't that good, so I don't think they can game plan McCaffrey too much.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like the Saints' run defense looked good last week, but I don't think that they're a good run defense. I think that's just like a
No.
game that they played well or whatever. I don't.
Hmm.
I'm not betting that they're gonna stop McCaffrey or anything. So yeah, I mean, I think 49ers should take this one. I honestly don't know what I'm looking for in this game.
No, I don't have anything.
Just try to play some
I'm
good
not gonna watch
football
this
out there. Like
I won't be watching this game. I can tell you that for free.
yeah, yeah. I'm with you, bud.
Maybe Spencer Rattler's the truth. That's all I look for. Spencer Rattler, are you actually okay? Because you were not bad last week. You weren't terrible. I mean, you actually looked pretty good. So is
Yeah.
Spencer Rattler solid? We'll find out. That's
Yeah.
what I'm looking forward to.
And
My
maybe
one joke thing I just made up on the spot.
yeah, and I was gonna say maybe a new coach come on. Maybe he's just a good coach, and maybe the coach the team better. So we'll see. I mean, it's not really a test because you're facing the JV squad, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you can take your wins when you can take them. It's the NFL.
Yeah, for sure. Again, I don't think this team's gonna lose every game this year, so they gotta win sometime, and this could be a spot to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, these wins always happen where it just comes out not nowhere, but the games where you don't expect or you need it. This is one of those.
Yeah, especially early in the year, like season. I feel like teams win like dumb games like this. You know what I mean?
Well, I read it. It was last week. I was gonna say it. I forgot to mention it. But like Saints for the last 5 years have been pretty bad. And it's like I saw a thing. They had before they lost last week. They had the longest streak in the NFL for most week one wins. There's 6 games in a row. They won 6 years in a row. Get week one.
Remember when they destroyed the Packers week 1, and then they were
Yes.
so bad, and the Packers were so good?
Yeah. I mean that's how. I mean, maybe it's the opposite now. Maybe they're fine. I don't know. Doubt it. Okay, I'm moving on. Speaking of Kellen Moore, we got Cowboys. We got Giants at the Cowboys. This is going to be, I don't know. I mean, I think Cowboys are going to throw for $1 billion. Giant defense. But I don't know. You also have the really good pass rush that we talk about, which is like probably one of the best pass rushing D lines in the league. So, like, I don't think Dak's going to have a ton of time, but also you have George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb where you can just throw quick routes and they can kind of do everything else.
Yeah, 100%. Like, yeah, I think you didn't really necessarily. I mean, the D-line did good last week against the Commanders. I think they had like 5 or 6 sacks, which is really good. But
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you can't trust the Giants at this point. Their offensive line is so bad. Their offense looked like they have no run game at all. You have one receiver. I don't even know if the receivers even line up with what Russ likes to do. Like at this point of his career,
I don't
he's
know
like
what
a
Russ likes
deep
to do.
ball guy, and then like I would rather not utilize their receivers in the deep. Like they're way better in other situations. So, I guess for Dallas, I just want to see if their run game is actually good because they have. I mean, analytically, I know it's stupid, but they had like the best run game last week, and they were going against the Eagles, which is supposed to be a really good defense. So you're going against the Giants, who, like we said, have a great D line, but the rest of their defense sucks. So can you continue this momentum? Is Javonte Williams actually back from tearing his ACL or whatever he did finally, and back to what he was his rookie year when he was good? I feel like that was the last time he actually was good.
Yeah,
which
really.
which is bad. So that's really what I want to see. And then I was just going to say how many weeks until Pickens explodes? Either on the field with his play or just on the field being mad. Like one of the two is going to happen at some
showing
point. Sooner than later. So which is going to come first?
Yeah, probably. right on the field.
Like,
Mad.
yeah.
No, actually, I honestly think that's the only I was gonna say. I have a bunch of notes for this one for some reason. I don't know why. Cowboys, like you said, the run game is their offensive line actually for real because they looked really good last week, surprisingly. I mean, offensive line obviously they drafted a couple of guys, but they look not bad again against the Eagles. And then for the Giants, I want to see Russ, and like if he's bad, he's gonna get benched soon. Like they're already asking, is he the guy? That's a classic sign of he's not the guy very long. Like when someone asks if he's the guy, your timeline has gone down at maybe 6 weeks. So if he's bad again, it's gonna happen. And then yeah, like you said, George Pickens. Like I imagine they're gonna come out and give CD Lamb the ball because they're gonna try to be like, hey, he's not dropping the ball too much, and if he drops the ball, he's gonna have the yips. But I think they're gonna target him early, and then yeah, I mean George Pickens needs to have. He's already getting questions about targets, so again, like it's already implanted in his mind now that he needs the targets. So give him, you gotta give him at least 6 touches, or he's gonna probably freak out here soon. But I imagine they're gonna game plan that. I don't think they're gonna lean as much on the run. They're probably gonna try to pass heavy at first and then see from there. But who knows?
Yeah, I definitely agree. Yeah, I guess just the Russ thing. Yeah, I don't know when they're gonna bench him. Like their schedule was pretty tough, and
Yeah, I wouldn't put Jackson Dart out there.
yeah, now with that offensive line, like you're gonna kill him. At least Andrew Thomas has to be back before Jackson Dart can start. I'll just say
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cowboys should win pretty handily in this one, so we can move on to the actually interesting game for me. I'm sure I know which way you're picking, but Seahawks
Fuck 'em.
at the Steelers.
It's a game too where I was like, I think the Steelers are gonna win, but I can't. Like, I don't want to pick them for our thing, which I might still, but I will go Steelers. But I do think it's an interesting game where Seahawks I don't think are good, but they looked better than I thought last week. Again, how much did it matter? They still lost, but I don't know. I really don't have anything here I need to see other than like, is Aaron Rodgers back fully? Like I think he is. That's it.
Yeah,
The floor is yours.
I was just gonna say Seattle. I mean, you saw not the Steelers, the Jets run all over the Steelers last week. I think that obviously outside Justin Fields, I think that their scheme for running is somewhat similar outside zone, and you're supposed to have good running backs on your team who did not do great last week, and you didn't really give them that much shine. So I know Kenneth Walker's still coming off injuries, but he's always hurt. So could they run all over Steelers potentially? And I think that's how they win. I don't think they've really unleashed Darnold and like for the full offense yet. So you gotta rely on the run game, especially after what the Steelers did last week. But yeah, I was just saying, can anyone else besides Jason? You just said, but can anyone else besides Jason catch a ball? Like Jesus Christ, you can't just only throw to one guy the entire game.
No, I don't mind it. Again, fantasy. But yeah, you had to. I don't even know who. I mean, you have Cooper Kupp, but he didn't. I don't think he got a catch until like the second quarter last game. So like,
Yeah.
you got the guy for a reason. He still has to be open somewhere. He's healthy. Like, at least throw him the ball. I don't know. And then same thing for DK. Like, it's a revenge game technically. It's for DK, so I imagine him to do well. And I know Tommy picked him. So, yeah, I don't know, that's all I got. We can move on.
Yeah, let's do it.
Broncos at Colts. This is a good guess. Number one, too. I think the Broncos are going to win, so I'm picking the Broncos. But I don't dare say we're still the number one Danny Dimes podcast. We are.
I mean, we haven't changed, so
No, obviously not. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I want to see if Daniel Jones again. This is the week we find out. Is Daniel Jones or is he Daniel Jones? If that makes sense.
yeah. Is he Danny Dimes or is he Daniel Jones?
Yeah, you don't want Daniel Jones. You want Danny Dimes.
Yeah. It is surprising that, I mean, Colts are only 1.5 point dogs. I know they're playing
Yes.
at home, but like you expect the Broncos, who are what I said, are potentially you're fighting for a Super Bowl this year, versus the Colts, who I don't think really had those aspirations. Well, at least like a general fan would say. And then you look, not to go forward, but like Eagles at the Chiefs, and they're 1.5 point dogs. Chiefs are 1.5 point dogs, so it's like. Are the Broncos to Colts the same as Eagles to Chiefs at this point? Like, that's crazy to say.
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, it's a great point. I don't know. I can't imagine it, but I mean, Colts looked really good. I mean, Michael Pittman looks really good. Jonathan Taylor looks solid in his touches. Like, the defense wasn't bad. So I don't know. I mean, if Bo Nix is what he was last week, the Broncos could be in trouble. It could be a bad call by us that we thought they're going to be that good. The defense is still elite, and I think Daniel Jones will struggle this game a little bit. But, yeah, It's all Bo Nix. Is Bo Nix from Oregon, or was he Ole Miss Bo Nix, or is he last year Bo Nix just randomly being great?
Yeah, for sure. And it's so funny. I'm like, I was like trying to go through like the receivers for the Colts. I'm like, I'm gonna pick this guy to eat, but I'm like, well, that guy's matching up against him. It's like the Broncos defense is so good that it's just you can't have like there's like hard to have any mismatches against them on offense. They're just like such a solid unit. So praying for the Colts. Not praying for the Colts, but praying for Danny Dimes to continue to be good and do his thing and get protected well.
That's the way this podcast becomes famous. If Daniel Jones is just an MVP this year,
Yeah,
that really is like we have all our eggs in Daniel Jones' basket. Gotta start clipping all our Daniel Jones videos and like fucking get him out there.
And as soon as he sucks, we're no longer the Daniel Jones podcast.
No,
we've never once.
No.
Not mentioned him a single time.
I'll still mention him. Like, hey, remember when we were the Daniel Jones podcast for that preseason in week 1? Okay, on to might be the worst game of the week. Panthers at Cardinals. I'm picking the Cardinals. I'm not confident in that. Like, we thought I agreed with you. I thought the Cardinals were gonna be a solid team this year. I picked them last year a lot. It just looked so bad last week. It depends. Show me what Kyler Murray's wearing to the game. That's when I'll pick my game.
The Cardinals were away last week, right?
I think so. True.
Cardinals last year, dominant team last year at home, terrible on the road. So maybe they're just the same this year. But like you said, week 1 is just so hard to judge teams. Like it's just random stuff happens, and like it really doesn't matter that much about what team's good and not. I think both these teams are. I don't even say the Panthers, but like I say, I think they're better than what they performed last week. In terms of just like, obviously the Cardinals won, but like you expected them to win by more and look much better than they did, and then the Panthers got pretty much obliterated by the Jaguars, which is pathetic. So I don't think this Cardinals secondary is okay. Will Johnson had a really good game last week as his first game as rookie. But yeah, I want to see the Panthers like actually be able to throw the damn ball. I mean, Bryce Young, you have to be good, man. Like they're relying on you to be good, and like
you have a number 1 receiver now. Like you have no excuse there. Like he looks awesome. He's always open. Like you did give him a ton of targets, but you have that. Like the offensive line's solid now. Like you have these things. You have to look. The fact you look worse than last year is concerning.
Yeah, for
Again,
sure.
week 1, overreacting, sure, but you need to show something here that like, hey, it was just a fluke.
For sure, 100% agree. But I don't think there's really much else to say about that game besides maybe hope we see James Conner more. I don't want him to go fade away into existence.
I know, it'd be sad. It'd be very sad for me. Yeah, I think he'll probably. I mean, I don't know. It's probably more of a split, but I think he'll get more carries. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Marvin Harrison looked good, but yeah, I mean, Trey Benson also looked great in terms of like the strong running backs. Trey Benson looked 8 carries, 69 yards, pretty good.
I think he had like a 50-yard carry though.
Still,
yeah.
You know, you don't see that when you look here. Like, you see the 8 for 69. Like, damn, those are
Yeah,
all
do.
8-yard carries.
Yeah, you do.
He was just averaging 8 a pop. But James Conner did have the touchdown. So, okay, on to the game of the week. The last game of the 3 o'clock slots. Eagles at Chiefs. You already said it. 1.5 point favorites only for the Eagles. Not sure why.
Yeah,
The Chiefs lost. The Eagles won.
And
what am I missing?
I mean,
the Cowboys are probably better than the Chargers. I would say.
I think that they're not overreacting to Week 1. They're probably like, well, the Chiefs are still a really good team. Like in theory, we're not going to just think that they're bad. I mean, they didn't lose that much to the Chargers. It was in a different country, so who knows? You know, whatever. That could play some factor into it.
First game since the engagement between Taylor Swift and a little probably nerves out there. So that's at least a point.
Yeah. So I get it, but at the same time, I think the Eagles are going to win by more than that. I mean, you just watch the Super Bowl; they dominated them. Like, I don't know, they lost their D line, like a couple guys in their D line, and really that was the big factor in the game, of course. But obviously they know how to game plan against the Chiefs, and now, like you said, they don't have any receiver besides Marquise Brown out there. and then an old ass Travis Kelce and a minimal run game that they had. So their offense is gonna really have to step it up. Mahomes, I said it a couple days ago, like, and even earlier in the podcast, like, he's like banking on the years that he was good, and like he hasn't even really been that elite. Like, their team's been really good, but he himself has just been kind of like, I don't want to say ghosting because that's not the right word. He's obviously a really great player, and
He has elite moments, but he's not like fully elite always, which is what we were used to seeing.
Yeah,
If that makes sense.
like there's way too often where it's like you expect him to make a point, he doesn't. You know. But
Yeah,
maybe
like
you
some
just
bad
have
throws too.
I was gonna say maybe you just have too high expectations of him because he was so good at some point. But that's how you win Super Bowls. That's why you win Super Bowls. But at the same time, Chiefs kind of suffocated Saquon in the Super Bowl last time, so if they could shut him down and then not give up infinite passing yards like they did in the Super Bowl, maybe they could have a chance. But yeah, I definitely like the Eagles here.
Yeah, I'm going Eagles as well. I agree with everything you said. And you get Jalen Carter back. Like, not that, I mean, his own fault, but that has to help the run defense. It has to help the pass rush and just the general vibes of the team. Like, getting that guy back's nice. I don't know.
Did you see the NFL put out stuff for Jalen Carter like oh my god, I can't think of the words.
Like a promo
punishment?
for him?
No, punishment.
Oh,
punishment.
okay.
They're like, yeah, he got fined, and then he got suspended a game, and that was actually the last game. He got suspended because he didn't.
Yeah,
play.
he already
It's
served
like,
it.
That's not how it works.
Yeah.
What did you even say that for?
Just say he didn't get suspended. No one was asking for a suspension. Just say he got fined a ton. He got fined a lot, like $60K.
Yeah, it's like, what do you mean? Like, you didn't put a punishment down there who's automatically already out. Like, what are you talking
Usually
about?
that happens where like Adam Schefter will say like, oh yeah, they're gonna give him one game, but they, he was out the whole game, so they consider that same thing. Like, it's never really expressed by the NFL like, hey, we were going to do it, but just no, we didn't because that's safe. But if it was a halftime, he would have been out. It's like,
Yeah, and for fucking sure they did it because like, well, we did suspend him. The Chiefs, you can't play against the Chiefs. Like, we have to have this as a good game. We have to, but don't say that out loud.
yeah, if this is Eagles Giants, he's out. For sure, he's out. Oh, they would have ruled him out 10 minutes after the spit. Like, he's out next week.
Exactly. Like, how can we word this to make sure no one says anything?
Yeah. NFL's so funny. It's so like it's not rigged, but it's so.
I don't want to say corrupt, but like that's like in the same line of like.
It's a soap opera.
Yeah, exactly.
They again, it's not scripted. I would say that obviously if it was, you can guarantee everything, but it's just like they know exactly what they're doing. They know everything for rating. It's just perfect. It's awesome.
Yeah,
it's good. Like, I'm gonna watch this game now. I was gonna watch it regardless, but I'm more excited for it.
Yeah.
All right, we can move to Sunday night, and then we have a doubleheader Monday. Sunday night football. Falcons at the Vikings. I'm torn. I'm torn here, Alex. I don't even know who I picked for a pick. I'm gonna see. You go ahead and talk.
I was hoping you would talk, but it's tough because I feel like both these teams had similar games.
They're like opposite almost. Like Cardinals, the Falcons did. I guess Falcons did good at the end. I don't know.
Like they just didn't complete the. I guess because
the comeback. Yeah.
Missed a kick, so. I don't know. I mean, it's weird. I don't know. Because the Vikings did not look that good. I mean, obviously their defense is really, really good. I think that Falcons should have answers to that. I mean, I think they have a solid offensive line. Obviously, you have probably a top 3 running back in NFL.
I picked the Vikings.
Drake London, a little banged up. So is Mooney. He didn't even play last game. So that could be an issue for them. Kyle Pitts game, maybe Kyle Pitts. He started eating at the end of the game last week. I love people like, they're like serious, like, I think they unlocked Kyle Pitts this year because he had like 8 catches, but it's like in the fourth quarter I checked, it was early fourth quarter, he had like 20 yards because someone asked me about Kyle Pitts, said something, and I like looked. So I don't think they really unlocked Kyle Pitts yet. I think they just he probably just got a couple good catches, but
probably the only option.
Yeah,
I fucking give it to Kyle.
Yeah. So. I guess like I like the Falcons' offense. I just think that the Vikings are just a more complete team and a team that's been around the block more. Obviously, J.J. McCarthy hasn't, but you just saw that doesn't really necessarily matter. kind of just has, I don't want to say infinite confidence, but I don't know if you saw
Swagger.
last week,
Yeah.
like about how he's like yelling at his offensive line and just like
Yep.
every time was like, yeah, this is where we want to be, fellas.
It's like, we got it, and then they had like 3 points at halftime. He's like, we still got it, and then he throws a pick six. Like, hey guys, we're still got it. It's like, that's impressive. Like, I'd
Yeah.
be pissed, like, just shut the fuck up and do something. But if you have the confidence in yourself and you actually believe it, that's worth a lot.
For sure.
I think it comes down to coaching at the end of the day. Like, Kevin O'Connell's just too good of a coach. Where, like, I think the Falcons will hang around. I think it'll be a close game. I think it'll be a good game. You know, I think good offense both sides, good defense both sides, different drives. But I think at the end of the day, Kevin O'Connell's just going to outclass Raheem Morris.
Yeah.
And then it's just, yeah, like I said, J.J. McCarthy game manage it. They have a good run game. They're going to take over and win. So that's
Especially
my
at home,
thoughts.
too.
Yeah. Skull, dude. Skull.
No, I'm not doing
Skull.
that.
I did
after
hashtag
what
Skull for our video.
I did.
Yeah.
I saw it. I was like, I didn't mind it, but I was like, this is a little weird to gas up the Vikings and Packers and Lions like we do sometimes. And like, I'm sure people get mad about it, but it's just they're good. What do you guys lie just to feel good about yourself? I don't
I
know.
hate the Packers, but I'm gonna tell you. First off, hashtag Skull to get to the fucking Vikings fan base, but like, you gotta admit like who's good and who's not. Like, we're saying the Eagles are the best team in the NFL, or whatever, we're glazing them, but like, if they were in our division, would you say like they're shitty? No.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I don't think there's really much else to talk about this game. So we
No,
got
let's move to the last two.
doubleheader to Monday nights.
Doubleheader, baby. Let's play two. Buccaneers at Texans, Chargers at Raiders. Where do you want to start? Start Bucks?
Yeah, I'll start the first game.
Okay, 6 o'clock. It's good too. It's nice to spread out too. You might get like just the end of the Bucks Texans right before the Chargers Raiders start. Buccaneers at Texans. I mean, again, I don't know. All these games are kind of molding together to it's like Buccaneers won. They looked okay. The Texans didn't look good, but like, are they good? We don't like. I don't think they're that good, but they're the favorite. I don't know. It's all like the same storylines for each game, where it's like C.J. Stroud's offensive line is dog shit, the worst in the league possibly, and he's a really good quarterback, and Nick Chubb actually looks solid running, but like, I don't think that's enough against the Bucs defense. Not the Bucs defense isn't outstanding, but either way, like, you need to survive.
Yeah, 100%. And I feel like on the flip side, like the Bucks, yeah, they looked okay last week, but the Texans defense is way better than the Falcons defense. So,
Fair.
like, if you think you're just gonna be able to walk in and do whatever you want, I mean, I don't think they think that, but like, you know, they just cruising from last week, you know, having that big win. I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm kind of surprised Texans are favored, honestly. Just because of how bad their offense looked, but like, they only let up 14 points to the Rams last week, so this is clearly a really, really good defense, and I think their rookie Igbuka might struggle more especially like their corners are so good. Like their D line is so good, their corners are phenomenal. So we'll see if Baker can continue to be Baker. I feel like he has up and down games, and then like he's more good than bad, of course. Like obviously he's a very good quarterback, but I feel like there's just like he's not super consistent all the time. So I want to see him fight a good defense, and then Texans just find some kind of identity on offense. Just find something that works. Yeah,
Anything. It's
literally
like
anything.
Chubb ran well enough. Again, not the savior of the team. And then, like I said, C.J. Stroud didn't look good. So, like, are you a run-heavy team? Try to run more. Are you a pass-heavy team? Try to pass it more. You screen. Like, what is your identity? Is it identity? Is it screen plays? Is it middle short routes? Are you a deep ball team? Figure something out, please. Like, you can't be everything because you're not good at everything, and you become nothing in that case. So, yeah, I'm in the same boat. All right, you want to move on to Chargers at Raiders?
I do.
All right, final game. We're not running too long. We're doing pretty good. Chargers at Raiders. A little tongue roll right there. I know you liked it. I'm picking the Chargers. Chargers are 3.5-point favorites on the road. Again, am I riding the train that they just beat the Chiefs? Absolutely. But I just don't trust the Raiders enough to be that good. And like, I still don't think the Raiders. I mean, if Brock Bowers is out, especially. Is he? I don't know if he's confirmed out, but like,
I don't think so.
is he playing?
I saw because he had a non-contact leg injury, which is like the scariest thing. And then apparently he was like asking to go back in the game last week. So I think he's fine probably, but I honestly don't know.
He's still not 100% probably because those are things that hurt like next week, where it's like, my knee still hurts or whatever. But like,
Yeah.
so let's say he's not 100, let's say he's 80%, which is still good. They don't have much, they don't have any receivers really. Like, I don't know. So I still think the Chargers have just better offensive power. You still have Marion Hampton, who didn't look good, but I think he's going to be fine. He had a lot of touches. Justin Herbert looked really good last week. Again, is that who he is now? Maybe. Second year under Harbaugh, who knows? So I'm picking Chargers, but that's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think there's really too much to go in depth here. Like you said, I think the Chargers are just a better team from top to bottom, really. So, honestly, 3.5 points doesn't seem like enough, but I guess on the road, it's the NFL, so I feel like there's so many one-score games you just don't even think about. Because it's like, all these teams like, look at the record, one-score games. Like, so many games are one-score games, because eventually you just, like, catch up, or, like, try to catch up. So, yeah, I like the Chargers. We'll see if they continue to be as dominant as they looked last week. Offensively, especially through the air. Maybe the Brazilian air was giving them a little boost. Who knows?
True. Yeah, true.
But
the Brazilian, like I said, Justin Herbert lost his virginity, so
yeah.
good for him.
Maybe that's why Cairo can't kick far. He's used to kicking in Brazilian air.
True, yeah. Cairo's like, the fuck, dude. This American weather sucks.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I got, man. That's week 2. No, I want to say a nutshell, and I stuttered.
You said no nut. Yeah, that is week 2 in a nutshell. A lot of games that, like I said, are exciting that are going to be put your nuts on the table, right? Like, we'll see. All right, well, we can move over to our segments. So, welcome back. We got our segments. We have the Urlacher and suck it, Alex. 1-0. Boom. Week 1 dominance.
Panthers fucked me. What can I say? I didn't realize Bryce Young went back to rookie year Bryce Young. That's on me. Hand up.
That's tough. That's tough. And it was the upset. I get it, but yeah, it's they look bad. We talked about ours, obviously, but that's a tough pick.
Yeah, I think it was more tough when the Bills were just making that giant comeback, and I was like, I was just sitting there like I want to see this comeback, but I'm like, it's gonna hurt me.
I was the opposite. I was like, I still got fancy. Who cares? But like, I was going against all the Bills guys. I'm like, this fucking sucks. Like, just I don't care if I lose this Bearhead week 1. Like, Bills need to stop doing this, and they just kept coming back. And I was like, at least I won that. So, 3-0. I had the Cardinals beating the Saints. I had the Bills upsetting the Ravens, and then I had the Rams handling the Texans. And then you had obviously Eagles beat the Cowboys. Steelers beat the Jets. You had a lot of close games. The Steelers beat the Jets, and then the Panthers obviously lost to the Jaguars. So. It's your week now for week 2. Who are you cooking up? Who are you cooking?
The team that one of my teams played last week, actually. Cowboys.
Fuck.
There's no way the Giants can win, right? Like, come on. The Cowboys have to win at home. Like, they looked pretty impressive last week, and the Giants look like dog shit, so...
yeah, you can't. No way.
That would be my big win of the week, or big favorite.
So preference, we talked about this before. Ravens obviously was the easiest pick. I think last week we picked a pretty big game, but we're making the rule now. It's 10 for now, but any game over a 10-point spread, we're gonna try to stay away from it. Obviously, if there's multiple, maybe we'll both take one, but it just seems unfair that can happen. Again, maybe we change the rule later down the line. If someone needs to catch up, go ahead, have it. But for now, keeping it safe. No one gets the Ravens. That's just too easy.
Yeah, for sure. Like you
I
said,
look like a bitch because I'm going second, though. That's tough.
No, I'm the one who proposed it, by the way. So, yeah, like you said, I think if there's just like one obvious game where it's like, come on, like whoever gets picked first, that's like a free win, basically. I mean, I know those games actually probably lose more often than you think they do, but still.
Yeah, for sure. All right, my next game I'm debating because I want to take the underdog early. I think that's the strategy. There's 2 I have, and I'm not super confident both, obviously. I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to go with Jaguars over Bengals. I think Jaguars beat the Bengals. I think it's going to be a closer one than people think. You had that one?
You know I hate the Bengals.
True, I know. Was that one or a different one, which is a division matchup? So, yeah, I'm going Jaguars over Bengals, and then second game I'm going with the Chargers over the Raiders. I think we talked about it. I think Justin Herbert.
Tough.
Get the Cowboys though. I'll trade you Chargers for Cowboys. No. So yeah, I'm going with those two. I think that's the swing there. I got lucky on the swing. Snake.
Okay. I wasn't. No, I'm not gonna do it. I was gonna about to pick Thursday night, but I'm not gonna do it.
Go ahead. Fuck it. I don't care.
No.
Try to avoid Thursday night because this graphic comes out at least on Friday at minimum, maybe Friday Sunday.
Yeah.
But you can if you want. I don't care.
No.
It's recorded.
Um,
Timestamp.
I am going to be taking the Eagles.
Fuck. It's a good pick.
Oh, I actually picked them last week. Can I do that twice?
Who cares?
I won't pick them next week. I promise, guys. No more Eagles for me.
Eagles against the Giants next week. You're like,
Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be staring me in the face.
yeah, I won't pick them on purpose. Just leave them for you, dude. Okay. I mean, so you picked the Eagles last week, right? So I can do the same for my pick. I'm going then. My last pick, Bills at Jets.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's
so
one. Yeah, one I thought about too.
so you got yours. So yeah, mine now. You can recap it with your last pick. Got the Jags over the Bengals. Got the Chargers over the Raiders, and now the Bills over the Jets. Who you rounding out with?
I have to do my underdog, and I'm between two. One team sucks, so I really hate to pick them. And then there's another team where I think is good, but the team they're playing is also maybe good. So, don't want to do fun. Yeah, let's do
You don't win.
No, I'm going to go fun. I like this
Fuck
team
it.
more. Buccaneers, baby.
Good pick.
Over
Good
the
pick.
Texans.
I
Obviously,
that
the
one.
other one was going to be Patriots over the.
Yep.
That seems like they shouldn't even be favored in the whole
No.
way. But I just don't. I don't know. I just don't. There's a world where I feel like the Miami Dolphins somehow just dominate. Even like I feel like there's a world out there, and I don't think that world's out there for the Bucs Texans.
No, I don't. I agree. I think the Texans, we kind of see who they are. They've been more established. Dolphins are still kind of waiting, like they can't be this bad, which they probably are. I agree. That was my other one was the Patriots or Dolphins. But I was just so unconfident in that, or just not confident at all in that one. So, okay. Well, that's our Urlacher. Excited for that. Now, news. We have two more segments.
Urlacher preview.
True. No.
There it is.
So we have two segments. We're going to do our Bearhead of the week, but first we are going to do our 5 touchdown parlay. Instead of doing 3 bets, which we just lost every single time and didn't make sense, and we scrambled for those, we're going to do, we have the boys, the Brain Hive, the Mind Hive, whatever you want to call it, cooking up a touchdown parlay, 5 people, 5 touchdowns. I'll start them off here. I'm going with my first one, CD Lamb. He's going to tutty. Who do you got? And then we'll just switch off back and forth. I don't know if you remember anyone. If not, I have them all written down.
I believe I'll just say mine, which I know for sure was Josh Allen, and then the only other one I remember, and then you can do the other two, was
Okay, yeah.
sorry. So Josh Allen rushing touchdown, of course, and then we have Mike Evans scoring a touchdown.
Mike Evans, and then then another person. I'm not gonna name names. Screw it. 'Cause we're not gonna throw people under the bus until they lose. Then we're throwing them under the bus for sure. We have.
two.
I almost said the first name. We have DK Metcalf, and then our last one, Jamison Williams. So CeeDee Lamb, Josh Allen, Mike Evans, DK Metcalf, and Jamo Wilson. And I think the odds on that one. Let me double check. We put the bet in plus 6,300.
Oh, was it? I was gonna say 63.51.
6,301.
Damn it! I was so close. One number off.
True. So yeah, I mean, plus 6,300, pretty good odds. You put $10 on, you're winning whatever that is. How do you know? A lot, a couple hundred, $700, $600. So bet it.
Hey, you want to get
Or
rich
$10,
with
yeah,
us?
yeah.
Yeah,
You win that.
$10, obviously, so you
You
don't
win-
get the penalties.
Exactly. You win that. Is that actually a rule? I don't even know that. I have no idea the gambling.
Oh,
rules.
maybe I think I talked about this. Maybe it was just with our buddy or Tommy.
Let's call it Bearhead of the Week. JB Pritzker.
Bear of the week. They've set up the betting rules so that you're either benefiting guys that are already rich or making poor people bet more. Because there's a penalty for betting, but if it's $10, they wipe the fee. What the fuck do you mean? They wiped the fee. Fuck you, they wiped the fee.
Yeah.
What does 50 cents on a big bet do? Literally nothing. What does 50 cents on a $5 bet? Everything. Maybe discourages guys from betting more. But that, I think,
Is
degenerates
it a
bet
taxes
more.
fee, or is it like right away taken out?
I think it's like right away.
Is that instated yet or no? Instated
Yes.
yet?
Yeah.
Really?
It's already
Fuck.
happening. Yeah.
Okay, well, good thing I bet $10. I didn't even know it was a law. So that's my gambling expertise.
Yeah, I think it's like something to do with like the books themselves too, like
Probably,
what can
yeah.
wipe the fees. But like obviously they're working together like on it.
Yeah, they're
in some
not. They're not.
capacity.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, not a huge JB Pritzker podcast in general. He's pretty fucking dumb all the time, especially what he said yesterday. The horrible events. I don't really want to talk about it, but we'll mention it. Sad. Shout out to Charlie Kirk and his family. Prayers for them. But yeah, JB Pritzker, you suck for a lot of reasons, especially this. I want my bets to not be taxed for 50 cents for no reason for a dollar bet. So I'm just spending 50% more.
Yeah, everything you do, this is the worst one.
Yeah. This one affects me more than anything. So
Yeah.
I always want to see a $5 parlay go through the goalpost. So again, $5 parlay or 5 TD parlay. CeeDee Lamb, Josh Allen, Mike Evans, DK Metcalf, James Williams. Send me those tickets. We'll see you guys next week. Go Bears.
Bye-bye.